One of the things that I've always loved and admired about this place so much was, of course, the mountains which surround us, and also because we live in a really unique area where there's trees and rolling hills and rocks, and the landscape changes quite a bit, and of course it changes with the seasons. When I'm out riding over the hills and looking around, you can't help but feel like you are a part of something bigger. Along with that comes some responsibility in looking after that, but also comes a great amount of pride. We ranch right beside Waterton National Park against the US-BC border in the southwest corner of Alberta. I grew up in a family where nature and our surroundings were always very important to us, partly because we make our living off this land, but also it was a strong value in our family to appreciate what was around us. And as a kid, most of our playtime was spent out in nature. We're very fortunate to live in an area that sees a large variety of wildlife. Some of the more common things that we see here are deer, and we have some grizzly bears and some black bears, and often we see a number of elk, anywhere from a herd of 1 or 2, and other times there can be a herd of 500 or 600 elk. And also we have tons of different bird species. It's really interesting to follow the cycle of some of those animals. Some of the birds just migrate through and some of them nest, and it's that cycle of nature, and it shows a new sign of life. One of the things that makes the Waterton Parkfront so special is that it's an area that has been relatively untouched by development. Ranching's something that I believe is very compatible in this landscape. I think most ranchers here would take a lot of pride in being good stewards of the land, meaning that if we don't look after the land that sustains us, it will no longer sustain us. The decision was made with my family in 2001 to sell our land to the Nature Conservancy. Through the generations, that land had been divided amongst various family members, and at the time there were 14 different landowners here, and we did not want to see the land broken apart. So we came together and made the decision that selling it to the Nature Conservancy was best for all those family members involved. I think the Nature Conservancy's involvement in forming partnerships with people and acquiring land in the Waterton Parkfront was extremely important. It comes at a time when lots of the people on the land are now having a harder time making a living. Being a beautiful area like it is, there's a huge amount of pressure on it to develop it and to subdivide, and there's a lot of profit to be made out of that. The Nature Conservancy provided an alternative for people living in the area to supplement their ranches or their farms, while at the same time ensuring that the land would remain as it is. I believe it's our responsibility to ensure that that land is managed the best way that it can. I think generations to come will benefit from it. The livestock that we raise here will benefit from it, and also the wildlife that's around us. They too will have a better home to live in now and a better home to live in the future.